everything. Wow, I think that peaked like best Star Trek CGI out there, and it's just for video game.
And good morning to everybody. Welcome to the Moopsyverse. And we're talking about what we did last night, which was we did a playthrough on the Star Trek Voyager across the void, across the universe, into the
Risk
universe.
unknown, something like that.
Across the unknown, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I don't usually play non Star Trek Online games, but Taz let me know about it, and I think you had mentioned it too, Chris, hadn't you?
Yep.
Yeah, a couple of
I
people
did.
mentioned it to me, and so I decided to. I did a walkthrough
I
with
didn't
Taz.
expect the demo actually, so I'm really surprised that they actually released it, considering that they're not really close to release yet.
No, they're definitely not ready for release. My biggest concern is the demo is just a playthrough of the first episode. And I wonder if we're going to get
Yeah.
content that's not that, or if everything's going to be based on the episodes, which isn't the end of the world. Because
Well,
I
they
mean,
said that they're procedurally generated worlds, so I think there's going to be like freelance exploration stuff. Perhaps they'll just add stuff that was like not exactly in the show. So it definitely is meant to be played differently, so you can make different choices there
yeah, it just let
and then
us make
suffer for it.
different choices, but I had everybody voting on different things to see, do we want to do this, do we want to do that? And while in the first episode you've got the option to attempt to return to Earth, don't destroy the array, just let it all go. And obviously that would be the end of that. Even though we had a 60% chance of that happening, it didn't happen. So I wonder if it's really a 60% chance, or if
If
there's a
they,
way to skew the odds by, playing different characters, etc., etc. But
I don't know, mate.
I
It's
don't know
just a
yet
demo.
either. Taz and I had
Just
different experiences, though, so some of his choices affected his outcomes.
yeah, I hear that games like these, it kind of reminds me of Fallout Shelter a little bit because you have to make those engineering and like resource choices when you decide weighs more into like the overall outcome of the current situation. So like, oh, I can repair this and this, but if I repair that, or like if
Mm-hmm.
I upgrade this, then this will actually affect all the other things. So you have to like pay attention to like several things at the same time and make sure that you choose the right thing. But I think it's an interesting premise. I'm definitely eager to play this through when it comes out.
Yeah, I will say the space combat
Hoping it
is
does.
meh, because
I've never
basic.
gotten to the space combat. I was just like too tired to play it, not too much, but
Well, the
I
ship
played a few
flies
seasons.
itself. All you have to do is
Yeah.
in the first sequence you just have to trigger weapons. And then I guess as you play a little bit further, you can also do shields versus Stowe, where you have to do basically everything. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
fly the ship, and everybody's like, the ship will fly itself. You just have to fire the weapons. Ah! But I think, as they fine tune things, we'll see more of that. But you're right. The CGI for the flybys was beautiful. If you like
Yeah, I
ship
mean
porn,
like
this is the place for you.
the
It was
level of
gorgeous.
detail on Voyager, my goodness. And
Yeah,
even when we saw the shuttle with Paris and Kim arriving,
yeah.
that looked amazing. I'm like, oh my god, the detail. This surpasses like even Stowe trying to be very detailed. That surpasses Stowe by a long shot. And what is really astonishing, like the game does not seem to have extreme performance like requirements. My laptop handle it easily without a hitch. I mean, the game stutters a little bit, but I think it's
Yeah.
like more of a like a streaming on the memory aspect of what's back in the background rather than the graphics itself, because it was when I was in the 2D layout, so nothing should be that demanding. But like, hello, the interiors of Voyager, like, holy smokes, did that look great! Like seeing the bridge, even from like the cutout from the side, it was like, wow, that looks so good. It was so satisfying to see. It kind of, it kind of resembles a blend of few things because I remember there was a game actually made by a Polish studio, This War of Mine, which kind of has a similar mechanics. It's like you're in a city, you're stranded as a civilian in the middle of a war conflict, and you're just scavenging to survive.
Hmm.
So you start as a person hiding in like a ruined house with holes and in the walls and in the ceiling and in the roof, and you like slowly start to gather resources. And sometimes you venture into going into like a nearby gas station or a mall that's been plundered, but you still might find something there. But there's a risk of like running into looters, running into some soldiers or something like that. You have to react to that. It's like it has a similar graphic style in terms of like you see it from the side, some left to right movement, like the cutout through Voyager in that game.
Hmm. Yeah,
And you move
that's actually the
about and
mechanic that took me forever to figure out was that
yeah, if you're
movement.
not familiar with it, if you've never interacted with anything like that, it might be really confusing about how to move about. I think I had more issues moving about my camera in like the system overview, like what moves the camera, what moves the cursor, what moves the ship.
Yeah.
That was the
Hmm.
bigger issue because I was expecting something more familiar with Stowe, but it was completely different, and it was.
Yes.
I'd rather say it wasn't counterintuitive, but they still might get some feedback from the demo. I think I'm glad it's good that they released it because
Yeah, I
there might
agree.
be some feedback from people, and they might actually work on that because I don't think they're exactly. I mean, they know what they want to do with this game, but they want to make sure that the player experience is good, and I think that's why they decided to release a demo, and that's why it still has a wish list situation, but not a particular date set premiere kind of thing. I wouldn't mind if they released it in like some sort of open beta, and then they can
Yeah.
polish it out during. That would not be a bad idea, because a lot of games that were in open beta on Steam I've actually managed to release very successfully because they've ironed out a lot of issues that came out on the way that they didn't even anticipate, but they came out through the feedback. So I think that would be a good idea for it. But I don't know how the licensing goes, and if a game of that sort and with that kind of premise can, once with CBS kind of Paramount or whoever now having
Yeah.
the licensing and all that, I don't know how that is viable, but that would be a good idea for them.
It's got a lot of potential. It definitely needs to work
Oh,
on the mechanics,
absolutely.
but it looks beautiful for right now. But yeah, it's a
Yeah.
good year away from getting out there, I think.
Yeah, I did have a feeling that they're just like they still have some stuff to work out and overall, but I like that they have the lines from the show. They research it very well because I remember some of the lines from the pilot,
Hmm.
and they were right there. And the way they were delivered, of course, they just you just read through them, but they still gave me that vibe. Oh my goodness, I'm still like I'm
I
taking
will
part in
say
this work.
there is a wonderful line in there after Tom gets his promotion and he basically goes to Harry, "Oh, don't worry, I'm sure you'll get a promotion soon." We're all just
Yeah, right.
dying, going, "Yeah, that ain't gonna
Yeah,
happen, Harry."
not happening, and not until you go back home and then some. Yeah, but it was fun. It was definitely interesting. I
Saab says
liked it. So far, I
75 years
liked it.
later. Well, I
Yeah,
think it was a great move on their part to put out the playthrough because they had the beautiful videos that they put out there that the game's coming, but to put out a playthrough really makes it a
I
lot
think
easier for people to keep interested in it.
I think it for me. I liked it because it was allowing me to get a sense and idea what is this going to be,
Yeah. Well,
what sort of game is it going to be, because the glimpses of the in the video of the teaser was like, what kind of a game is this supposed to be?
yeah.
Is it going to be set in space? Am I going to be having any choice of like going to planets? Is it going to be harvesting? Because there were glimpses and like even from the firefights and like whoa, how? But how is that going to play into like a game? So I'm glad that there's a demo because that actually allowed me to compartmentalize. Oh, this is how it's gonna go. So I like that. It's a good idea that they did a demo.
Saab, I assume you meant my mic was peaking, not Chris's. And I turned it down. And this is weird because I had to crank it up last night because everyone was moaning and groaning that my mic was low. Okay, is this any better, Saab?
Oh no. Can I stop yawning? Can it stop being wet and
Oh,
wet?
I definitely need the wet up here. We're supposed to have rain on Sunday, which is still days
I'll
away.
open
Every
the
time
window
we
and blow
breathed,
it
my
your
mic
way.
it boomed. Okay, how's this? Is this better, Sav? Turn down the gain, move the mic out of my face.
Every time you breathe in the mic, it boomed. Oh no. Stop reading, Mom. What are you doing?
I will tell you, it is a day of... Thank you, thank you. Mom still has the Voyager category. On what? What do I have the Voyager category on, Satalia?
The game you're streaming.
Where?
It's just in Twitch. Something Voyager Across the Unknown.
Hang on. I'm not in Twitch, so... Why is that doing that?
You can change that in OBS.
Oh, I see where it is. Okay, Pi changed it last night. Now I have to figure out where to change that.
And you can change that even on the browser if you want to open the browser and just go to Twitch.
I am, and I don't know where to change it.
Are you in the Creator Dashboard / Stream section?
No.
Well, goes to the Stream Manager then.
Stream Manager.
There's usually edit stream info.
Let's see.
You should be able to do that in OBS too, but I don't know how your OBS is organized.
I changed it in OBS, that's... There we go.
Didn't take it.
Okay. With OBS, sometimes you can't change it while you're in OBS. You have to wait till you're out. In OBS...
That's not right. Which OBS are you using?
The only OBS there is. Let's see. Hang on a second here. Why is it... No, it's showing Star Trek Online in OBS.
Now it's showing Star Trek Online.
All right. Are we all happy now? Let's see.
I'm happy. I managed to deal with an annoying ticket, and I think I'm done with it. So, this has been dragging since last week, but I finally got final confirmations yesterday from the clients. I could just move along with it, so get rid of it.
All right. Saab says, I watched the new John Candy documentary earlier. I laughed, I cried, I laughed some more. Beautiful story told. I'm glad to hear that. It looked great, but it's one of those things I get all kinds of weepy cry type that sort of movie or show. Just a reminder to everybody, don't be stupid. Here's things you should not be doing to yourself.
That is reference to John Candy?
Yeah.
I don't know how... Oh, okay. I just read what caused the...
His death, yeah.
Yeah.
I know times were different then, but to this day, people still do stupid. Don't do stupid. I'm seeing, running around down here, killing Tholians. Just for fun. Killing Tholians for fun and profit. Let's see if there's any stuck behind this.
I found my calling on the internet.
Yes?
Just saving money for realizing that. So there's a company, I don't know where, I haven't checked, but it doesn't matter. I'm getting it either way. That they made mermaid fins. Like really professionally made mermaid fins. You can actually be a mermaid, merman, whatever you like. And I would just like to do that now. Please, very much. There's I found there's a guy online who actually does a merman in a bar. And not just himself. They have a bar that has a sea theme in general, so it kind of looks like a tavern, but it has a big aquarium hanging above. It's not hanging. It's like built into the ceiling of it, right above the bar area. So you've got like huge fish tank above that. So you have corals, exotic fish, and they actually have performers who are dressed up as mermaids and mermen, and they're like swimming around there and waving to people. It's like, oh my god, I want to do this for life. I mean, probably not in that particular bar or any bar at all, but like, I just realized that there's a huge community of people who just dress up mermaids and they swim around the seas and swimming pools and places. I'm like, I want to do that. I always wanted to do that even as a kid.
Yeah.
And that's people do that actually, and people professionally do mermaid
Oh yes,
fins that are
absolutely.
really working
Absolutely they do.
amazingly in like swimming and swimming in dolphin style was always my favorite swimming style because I always thought it was the most efficient way instead of like mincing the water with your feet one up one down or anything like it or like the frog style whatever you call it
Frog
so it's
style.
like that's how we call it in Polish we call it frog style
Okay.
so that's I don't know what else is it called but it's like, yeah, that is that. I mean, it looks just amazing. And I've seen guys, different sizes of different body builds, who do just that. And I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. It's just why would I bother with this? Because I initially thought, oh no, you gotta lose weight and look so ripped and everything. But it's like,
Well,
no, no, you
no,
don't.
you don't.
Actually, people can.
But the more you do that style of swimming and goofing around, the more ripped and good looking you're going to get because it
Yeah,
does require
yeah.
pretty good muscle tone. Isab, I agree. At least it didn't go out like Belushi, which is just so stupid. John Belushi.
John Belushi.
Yeah.
Was he the guy from the Sopranos, whatever?
No, he was the guy from
Oh
the
no,
Blues
Blues Brothers.
Brothers.
Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, sorry.
Chicago
Because
guy.
I saw the. Yeah, okay. What did he die of? Was that
Drugs. I don't want to go
more
into
drugs?
details. A combination of drugs given to him by somebody else that he was involved with, perhaps on a monetary basis, i.e., a person of negotiable virtue, shall we say? I'm trying to think of a
No.
nice way to put that. Belushi's death got Robin Williams to get sober. Yeah, that's at least something came out of that.
It didn't last long if he was constantly depressed. That's the most sad part of it.
Who? Robin Williams?
Robin Williams.
Oh, he had a severe illness that was going to basically destroy his life. So
Yeah, but
that's a
still,
thing.
hanging off a doorknob kind of doesn't do it.
Well, I
And then
mean,
it I mean, I kind of get it. Like, it's depressing as its own, like that kind of illness.
yeah,
But I think it's still a coward's way out.
it might be, yeah, but it's. Oh, I guess I'm done with these
I
guys.
really just, I never understood. Like, personally, however life miserable can be, and I know it can be miserable. I don't think knocking yourself out of this existence is the way out. Like, it's just like no. I mean, outside of like the pure fact that it's just like, oh, I don't want to see my problems because I have to remove myself from them. You're not removing yourself. You're leaving those problems for others to deal with because there are consequences if you just, knocking out yourself out of this world. Because I know from the training when I did for emergency phone line.
Well, the disease he had is Lewy body dementia, which is both
Yeah.
Parkinson's disease dementia and dementia with Lewy bodies. Um, so he experienced depression, anxiety, paranoia, and it is a terminal illness. It's going
Oh,
to
I
kill him.
know. It's
You know, if your brain's falling apart and you decide to make that option, I may not agree with you, but I can certainly understand. Doctor said Robin Williams' brain was so ravaged by his illness, he had no idea he was doing what he did. I'm trying to dance around that because sometimes YouTube does not like it when you say that word. So, are those words?
a
YouTube
lot
gets
of
really
health
weird.
issues, irregular heartbeats, and
Yeah.
other stuff. Parkinson's disease, Lewy bodies, disease, and those were really
Satalia,
nasty things.
yeah, hang on a second. Satalia, did you make a recent pun? Let's see. Oh, sorry. I think the band Queen's music should be considered metal since they have mercury in them. Thank you, Satalia. Dish. Yeah. So, if I had a terminal illness that was going to affect my mind, and especially when I was somebody who was so brilliant, so quick-witted, so sharp, I don't know what I would do. And what would I do in those last days, minutes, hours? What decisions would I make? I don't know. I mean, I know at least one person here in the fleet who has a parent who had Alzheimer's and knew it was coming because she realized it early in the beginning of the symptoms and planned out what was going to be done for the rest of her life. So she had those moments. But I don't know what I'd do. I certainly can't judge. I do outlandish things anyway and blame it on the mad cow. Oh my God, mad cow. That is nasty. Or as we like to say colloquially, bovine spongiform encephalopathy.
What?
That's what mad cow truly is. It's a disease that's caused by the transmissions of prions, which form a quaternary protein structure that disrupts function and form in the brain tissues of the animals that are infected, primarily cows, humans, yes, prions, and deer, because we now have an issue with wasting disease in deer, which is also a BSE. Sav says, to make it easier, mad cow is pretty similar to Alzheimer's. Yes, it is.
But prion disease is the thing that happens with humans after cannibalism.
Yes, it is spongiform encephalopathy.
Oh.
Yep. And it is generally caused by eating infected tissue. Because the weird thing is prions don't break down necessarily in the cooking phase. So
they don't, actually.
Yeah. And so even if you cook your steak, it's not going to disappear if the prions are there. But you do have to eat a fair amount. Eating the brains makes it a lot worse. So the company I just worked for had a piece of equipment that could break down prions. But weirdly enough, I'm told they will also break down eventually just under normal decomposition. So it's not like once the animal's dead, it gets infected in the ground and spreads. After a certain amount of time, it just breaks down. But the machine that the company I had used, which was a combination of chopping the heck out of it, adding an alkali solution, letting it cook, and I use that term loosely, and then grinding it up and letting it cook some more under heat and pressure, works. Breaks it down. So it ends the transmission. So if zombies eat infected brains, exactly, Satalia. Thus endeth today's lecture on wonderful diseases like CJD and BSE, which I swear to God they put those names out there just to make blood bank workers work on their pronunciation.
Yeah. Those names are like...
Yeah, we would have to do this panel of 60 questions. We had to verbally ask every donor at the blood bank. Now you can just give them a sheet of paper and they can fill it in by themselves or do it on a tablet. But you'd have people out there trying to correctly pronounce Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease and bovine spongiform encephalopathy and a whole bunch of other ones. And you would just hear this, bunch of people not able to talk through these words, even though they were in every other way capable human beings, but tongue twisters.
Yeah, sounds like a big tongue breaker.
Yeah, it is. It is. But that was fun.
Oh my goodness,
Would you like to do some pew-pew, by any chance?
I'd love to, but no one's asked.
Well, sorry, I've been chit-chatting with everybody about life stuff. Life.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Sav says, by zombies, do you mean liberals? Friends?
I think the other side. I mean, what?
Take a pew in the rectory? No, I don't do that. That's disgusting, Sav. Hi, Taz.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Oh, hi, Taz. How you doing?
Chris and I were just talking about the Star Trek Voyager game and the demo we ran last night, which was pretty fun.
Awesome.
Yes. So,
yeah, I played it a little bit myself, and I
by the way, if you're
enjoyed it for what it was.
For those of you out there who weren't with us last night, it's on Steam. It's free to download for the demo, which I encourage. Run through it, see if you like it. Satalia, I was going to put that out there tonight, but since you're going to do it right now, it was a big mistake challenging death to a pillow fight. I was not prepared for the repercussions. But tish. Thank you.
No.
Yes, that's bad. Taz, you in game? You want to play pew-pew with us?
I'm coming online now.
Okay. We'll wait for you. Then we can do pew-pew. I have Terran ships, just 10 of them. So totally up for everything. And tonight we are going to do Dranur Beach Assault tonight.
I'm online.
Last night I had a dream about I was floating in an orange sea of soda.
Okay, that's super weird.
Guess it was a fantasy.
Oh! Oh!
I know, it was dry as hell.
That's so bad.
I know.
Sav says, whether you're a king or a little street sweeper, sooner or later you dance with the Reaper. Air guitar, Bill and Ted style. All right, what are we playing?
I've got Destructible Torpedoes times 6 and 5 vast ships, so not much really.
What have you got,
I have
Taz?
materials to collect, so I would have done that.
I need to do the event. Tolians on Nukara, Undyne ships, and Borg ships.
Okay, so it sounds like we got something here. Wednesday is binary circuits, Italia. Oh, and I'm going to class Wednesday. Oh, maybe.
Binary circuits at the ground crap.
Well, let's do some Borgie ships first. How's that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, because we don't get a chance to play Borgie ships too much. I've queued us up for Guillotine.
Yeah,
Don't-
I tried to do Guillotine and Resistance of Starbase win last night, and nope, no pop.
Yeah,
It was the wrong hour.
I'm going to throw in Infected Conduit. Let's do Hive Onslaught instead, because that might give you your Destructible Torps as well. There we go. Hive Onslaught.
And we got it.
Wee-woo.
We will.
Sav, you may not
Weavers,
like
Tigers.
binary circuit, but it doesn't suck. I like it.
It sucks.
I
It's
like it.
Just ugh. It needs deletion treatment. Goodness me.
So Talia just wants to keep beating those puns into the ground. She goes, best way to intimidate the caretakers with my puns. No. Didn't work last night. Not going to work today.
I don't think Caretaker had a sense of humor. He would rather just whisk you over to one of his examination
Yep.
beds and dissect you alive.
Pretty much, yeah. And infect you with DNA. A storyline that went nowhere. I assume they intended that storyline to go somewhere further.
No, it was just, I mean, the whole purpose was that he was trying to find someone he can
Right.
mate with,
But
but sometimes it left him with a disease because they were genetically incompatible. I assume it was just a leftover of his whatever probing he was doing. Which
Okay.
was nasty.
So Talia says, want to hear something gross? Trudeau is dating Katy Perry. Guess she likes emotionally dysfunctional men with small genitalia. Could be. Could be. Good morning, Zez. I have no idea. I've never seen the man with his pants off. Don't care to. Thank you.
Justin
Oh,
Trudeau?
excuse me. Didn't I say Sav? Did I say Satalia? That was Sav. That was Sav, yeah. What
Oh
do you-
yeah, two people with the and then the capital
The.
letter S. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Sav and
helping-
Satalia, yeah.
helping to
And they're
to
both
let
kind
you
of...
distinguish you guy.
Oh, his ex-wife made some remarks about his size. Well, yeah, that's gonna happen.
That's gonna happen if you made a lady mad about you. That doesn't mean that it's actually true.
There is that, yes.
If you crawl under someone's skin, they will smear you. That doesn't matter if it's man or woman.
Yeah, there's ways to do that, though, that are funnier. Like, well, you know, how big is he? Oh, I never noticed it.
That would be a little bit subtle and yet still
Yep.
a nice pinch.
Yep.
A nice needle.
So it says, yeah, I've been talking for the last 10 minutes and none of my messages went through. Twitch was blocking you. We're not blocking you, are we? I wonder why Twitch is blocking you. But you're here now. That's weird.
Blocking you, sometimes it just doesn't connect properly. You need to refresh
Oh.
your browser. I've got that on occasion. I just
Okay.
refresh the browser and it works.
Well, I'm sorry, Zez. You certainly didn't do anything, and I am not aware of any issues popping up with you trying to post, because you were on last night. I had to disconnect my VPN. No, it's not our end. Satalia says we call them Vienna sausages. Yeah, that's a good name for them.
What to call it?
Male peepees. Sav says, Sav, not Satalia, Sav says, yeah, Twitch does not like VPN. I had that issue last night. Okay. That's interesting.
I tend to call them the space gherkin.
Male genitalia or the
Oh.
toothpicks? The toothbrush holders.
Oh yeah, toothbrush holders will do as well.
Toothbrush holders.
Well, I'm missing 2 destructible torps.
Oh
but
no,
it
we'll
did-
have to do more things. Taz, did you get your Borg ships?
No.
You didn't? Oh no.
Missing 3.
We'll have to do some more. We'll have to do some more of the horror. Horror, more pew-pew.
Poor thing.
Yeah. That's just
I'm sure
tragic.
he's devastated.
We're all... Wee-woo?
We will indeed.
Out of curiosity, says, which VPN are you using? The Nordish one. Okay. Sav says, I call my
Yes,
hubbies
VPN.
the mountain. Does that mean it's really, really big at the base and comes up to a point? Yeah,
I don't know if I want to go that path. So. As much as it normally interests me. I'm just, no, thank you. No detailed info. I got the destructible torpedoes now.
Hold on.
Hold on.
What
Not.
happened?
I don't know.
I finished my Borg ships.
What? You're very quiet, Taz.
I finished my Borg ships.
Yay!
Okay.
Zez inserts a self-defamation joke here. I can make jokes, but my husband's dead and I won't do that to him. He can't defend himself. Did I miss a group run for Dranor Beach? Not this morning. No, lectures, we rarely do
I
ground in the
happened.
morning. It's not a Chris thing. I am going to run it tonight.
Oh, Tazzy, what are you flying there?
Drang.
That's Drakino, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
And you're running the Viridian. Is that Viridian turrets and cannons?
Ooh.
Cannons.
Viridian plasma.
Yeah.
I like Viridian Plasma.
Yeah, it's probably the best, one of the best looking effects in the game. Honestly.
I really like the sound effect.
The
Yeah,
sound and the
yeah.
visuals. Looks like Star Wars.
Yeah, it's amazing. Sav says self-deprecating is as long as it's not self-defecating jokes. Yeah, no, nope,
Oh
nope,
my
nope,
God,
nope,
no.
nope, 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 nope. Zez says my wife is Asian, so jokes happen all of the time. All right, so we got some Borg ships, we got some destructible torps. What else do we have left?
Undyne ships and Tolians on Nikara.
Tolans and Nukar you can handle on your own. I just ran down and did my own. Undine ships, how many do you have?
10.
We could do Undine Assault. It's a bit of overkill, but it'd still be fun.
I can drop by the Dyson Spear and just finish them off.
Do you want to do that? And then I have Terran ships, so we could do a Jupiter Eratus in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me
Could
cue
we
us.
do the event?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You want to do the event. What's your preference on the event?
The episode? No, the TFO?
The TFO. Do you want to do the ground one or the space one? Silly question, I know, but I'm going to ask anyway.
Space
One.
one.
Okay, I'm going to cue us up for the space TFO.
You can
Weeboo?
ask. Weeboo?
Weeboo. No, Musin, you did not smell a bad joke.
If something smells bad, that's on you. We haven't deployed any gas.
Yes, not yet. Scratch and sniff video games.
Oh my god, I'm just hoping that no one will ever work on inventing a smell kind of peripheral device for video gaming. That would just open a new can of worms.
You know it exists, right?
But it's not very
Oh,
common.
no.
Like
No.
it's just like a prototype. It's not being commonly
Ew.
distributed.
Musin
like,
says, okay, as long
imagine-
as we're all wearing clean undies still. Well, I'm still in my jammies, but clean undies will be after this.
Keep to your own undies. Like, don't get invested in everyone else's. Thank you very much.
So says my clone, Repulsive by Calvin Klein. Good one.
God. But truth be told, I've heard about technology like that, and I'm thinking that's a new can of worms. Like honestly,
No.
don't explore that.
Yeah, my dogs went out yesterday again, and in the distance I could smell skunk. I'm like, no. I finally got the skunk out of the dog the other day. It took a while.
Or
She just was having no part of getting bathed.
That is something that is not up for discussion.
Yeah, well, she got washed. She just wasn't happy with me at all. One of my
Yeah,
KDF
yeah, you-
Ramis has the Emerald Chain Intel Juggernaut as a lazy tank with Viridian plasma turrets. Yep, that'll do it.
I'm running the Viridian Juggernaut
Oh.
right now.
All my dogs has absolutely dreaded the shower, but they always knew when it was shower time, there were no discussion about it. They had to go in.
Well, the thing is, she mostly, when she got sprayed the other day, she primarily got sprayed on the face. So, of course, it's burning because it's in her eyes, and she wasn't letting me do anything. And I'm like, this will make you feel better, I promise. But I got her washed up, and, it's out of her eyes, out of, around her face, out of her ears. And she smelled better, and she wasn't in so much discomfort. And then I smelled it again last night. I'm like, nope, dogs in,
Should be
doors
visible.
closed.
Dogs have the tendency, if they find something that smells horrible outside, they wanna roll around in that.
Oh, I know. I've had enough dogs in my life that...
If they do that, there is no discussion. It's straight to the showers.
So
My ship is invisible.
do you have shields on or something?
Wow.
Okay, yeah, I don't
I
see you
warped
out there.
into this instance and my ship is invisible.
Yeah,
I don't know what.
I
I can
there you are.
cloak and then
No.
I become visible.
Oh, wow, that's weird. So my first dog, Uhura, came to work with me. I worked for my parents at that time, and she'd come to work with me every day. And on the way home, because this was before I had children, I would stop at the forest preserve, and we would have like an hour-long walk. And one miserably cold winter day, she found a pond to go jump into. Oh, pond scum and dead things and rotting leaves and oh. And I had no way to wash her till I got home, like an hour later. And I had to drive in 10-degree weather with the windows open so as not to throw up in the car. So intense. Which video did you send me, Sav? Local vortex. And yeah, the little one will go find something horrible and just start rolling. It's like, nope, you weigh 6 pounds. I'm picking you up and we are moving. But Mom, it smells bad. I want to roll in it.
Like I have fire, but I don't know which side my ship is facing. What the hell is this?
That's...
I'm only visible for a moment where I'm cloaking and decloaking, and that's it.
Huh.
Ship becomes invisible outside of that.
Also, I can't go
never
look
had
right
Yeah,
now.
you're absolutely cloaked.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
like, totally. This is a perfect cloak.
Yep.
Closing it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where my ship is. My camera moves behind it. I don't know where the front is, where the back is. What the hell?
So I found a very minor thing in the game the other day. Super minor. It was a typo. Nothing major. So I sent them a note going, hey, this isn't important. Don't worry about responding. Just wanted to let you know there's a typo here. And I get this whole long automated response about, oh, we're so sorry, if that's affected your game enjoyment. I'm like, dudes, it's a typo. Don't worry about it.
As you said,
They didn't fix the typo, by the way. But maybe that's why they're doing the patch today, to fix that one typo.
I'm sure.
At least it's only a 2.5-hour patch today. Not one of these starting at break of dawn ones. It starts at, I think, 9 or 10. Which is perfect since I have to go get a new phone today, which is not something I want to do.
No phone.
Why does it take so long to get phones?
Is your phone physically failing, or...?
No, it's my son wants to change the plan, and we've had our phones for 4+ years. So he's like, yeah, let's switch out the phones, get the new plan, change a few things.
I've been diving into Linux for the phone,
Really?
and they have rootless access installed now, which means you can install it on any Android.
Huh. Hey,
I'm
Chris.
just saying, if you're kind of tired of all the telemetry.
Nah, I use it basically.
Today.
I use my phone as a phone to play videos and track my steps. That's it. My phone's stupid.
Yeah, but the phone is still listening to you.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Yeah,
talking
okay.
about something around your phone, the phone will search for it and give it to you on your next search result.
One reason I don't do a lot of searching on my phone, but you're right, they do listen.
So I was really excited about getting a new Pixel 10, but as Chris said, it's loaded with too much telemetry stuff. And honestly, not being able to turn off any of it is kind of driving me nuts.
Yeah.
There's a lot of AI embedded into it as well.
Oh, yes.
I don't mind the AI part.
Oh.
I mind the AI everywhere it goes.
I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I just want to do the basics of being able to call people if I need to. I generally don't. Listening to videos when I'm hiking.
If you want your phone to be a phone, Linux for phone is kind of awesome.
Okay.
Because it removes all telemetry.
I will check into
So your
that.
battery life goes from a day to a week. It's
Ooh.
insane.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, because it doesn't use the telemetry. And without the telemetry that is constantly listening, constantly watching, and all that stuff, the phone suddenly is having like 80% reduced load.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a ton going on in the background with my phone all the time, which is annoying. I just need basic functionality. I don't need much. Zez says, that was me as a child, referring to dogs and puddles. Never met a puddle I didn't roll in, according to my mom. Did she put you in the shower and, wash you off when you're done like I do with my dogs? Speaking of dog who rolled in the puddle and I had to drive home with the window open, I had an upstairs shower that was a walk-in shower, and she knew when that shower door opened and I'm dragging her up there, this was not going to be fun for her. She was not fun in there.
I've yet to try and bathe Hagrid, but there's currently no need, and it's really cold outside, so I don't want to do it
No.
right now.
I ta-
But I don't know.
I take the little one to the groomers. The big one here does not go to the groomers. I cannot see that going well. We still got about 10 minutes left here. Are you guys okay if we did Jupiter Eratus?
Always up for it.
Yeah.
Okay. How's your ship doing, Chris? Still invisible, or did you change ships?
No, it was just a TFO. It
Oh.
actually was just as soon as I returned to where I was before, it was fine. I think it's the TFO because you warp out and warp in. So there is a bug that occasionally happens in the game where it just doesn't visibly warp in time, and I think there might be a glitch in that, which hardly surprising.
We're queued up. Let's see. Sav says, I used to get muddy too. I was a tomboy as a kid. And you can be a tomboy as an adult too if you want to. Oh, I guess we're going someplace. Where are we going, Taz?
Tolians on Nukara.
Okay. Well, might as well beam down there since I happen to be there anyway. While we're waiting for this to wee-woo, hopefully it will wee-woo shortly, I will follow your lead.
Did you hear, Mom? Steve Colbert is actually going to play in Star Trek Starfleet Academy.
Is he?
He's going to be the voice of the computer on Athena, I think. Or at least in the Academy.
That could be interesting.
Yeah. It was an interesting take. He announced it on the Paramount channel.
I'm going to
on
say
YouTube.
I am not blown away with Starfleet Academy for the previews. But, you know, as I keep pointing out, they're trying to appeal to a different audience than me, which they should.
Well, that's one thing. Second thing, it's still got some legacy actors like Robert Picardo's Doctor. We're gonna get Admiral Vance because he's confirmed. Tig Notaro is gonna be there. I love her character.
I can't stand her character.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, really.
Who?
I think it's because I can't...
Tig Notaro, she was the engineer that was keeping people in life support in season 2 Discovery when they discovered her stranded in
I just
sort
think
of asteroid.
she's not
She
a
was
great
from
actress,
Space.
and it's not a great role. So you put those two together, and it's
I think she's just being herself, and I think that's
I
that's
rest my
amazing that
case.
they wrote the character that way.
Well, they do that sometimes, you know. When
I
somebody's
mean, I
not
like her
a
not give a
strong
not give a
actor,
crap kind of attitude. Because she's got that voice sounding like she doesn't give a fluff, like whatever. But then again, she says a lot of interesting things as a character. Like in the season 5, she got some profound moments with different characters, and I really like that. So I look forward to see what she's gonna do in this one, because
I will say I
apparently
like
she's not
Holly
gonna be
Hunter as an
Discovery
actress, and she looked good in the Weeble.
we were.
We were.
See, Janet Reno. Thank you. She's Janet Reno.
Jet,
No,
Jet
she's
Reno,
not. I know.
actually.
Janet Reno was the prosecutor? No. Attorney General for the U.S. Says, funniest story from my childhood. My oldest sister, when she was 7 or 8, used to get upset that all of the boys got to run around without shirts on. So she tore off her shift and started to run around. I let my son run around naked when he was a little kid. You know, he's like 2 years old. He's in the backyard playing absolutely starkers. And this lady came by, you know, proselytizing or something, and she just couldn't get past the fact that my son was in his own backyard without his clothes on.
Oh my god.
And she's like, he's a baby. He can do that. But, Oh,
What,
tore
you're
up her
running without
shirt.
clothes, You're allowed to run without.
It was good for her skin. It wasn't like it was a super sunny day, so you know, a few minutes running around in the sun. It was good.
My computer mouse suicided yesterday.
Oh no!
Yeah. You were supposed to get the most high-end possible computers out there.
It's been...
I did.
What?
This one had a built-in backup feature, so I could just switch over to the backup feature and have a new mouse.
Saab, by the way, says, my old neighbor in the city across the street from where I lived hated that I washed my car in a bikini. Sav, how did you get your car in a bikini?
Nice one. Nice one, Mom.
Thank you. Sav, I'm rolling my eyes now. Thank you. Mom wins.
Good. You know what we feel when we hear the puns.
I don't know if I'm imagining this or if it's real. When we're doing this as a team, I never get credit for kills until I've made one kill of my own. Then all of a sudden it'll be 1-10, just like that.
Maybe that it just acknowledges that the first kill has to be yours.
A kill has to be yours, and then it starts counting. So I guess you can't just sit back and enjoy. Thank you, Ho-Hell. Hey, Cliff, no worries about not being here early. It's a day. We're always on, almost always on. I might go to class on Thursday, so don't know about that one. I'm now vacillating on whether I'm going to take the dogs with to Vegas or not. I still have to drive if I take all the equipment. But if I don't take the dogs, we can make it there and back in like 10 days. If I take the dogs, it's going to be 3 weeks. So it says my neighbors would be upset if I were washing a car in a bikini also. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare washing a car wearing a bikini. For one, I don't own a car, so people would be grumpy about that.
Do you own a bikini?
And no, I don't own a bikini, and
Hey.
that would not be good view anyway. So. Plus, I would have to do a full body wax because I'm not showing all that hair. I'm very hairy, like a monkey. And I ain't having any waxing done on me. No siree.
I was watching Every Time We Touch with Electric Callboy and thinking in one scene, oh my god, did the guy shave or wax his legs to do that scene? It turns out it was somebody else, but thinking, wow, would a guy do that? And I know a lot of men do. My dad used to, shave himself because he didn't like body hair. But that was a long time ago, and my dad was a character. Let's see, says, why is that whale washing a car? I presume you're talking about yourself, says. And Saab goes,
maybe why is there a bear wearing a bikini washing a car? And why is it washing my car? Because I don't own a car.
Sav says, I mean, to be fair, there are migrants in the UK and Europe pulling their pants down on the subway. Yeah, well, welcome to Chicago. Well, we're being quite efficient with this run.
I'm blonde.
I've heard of migrants in the EU that are pulling down their pants in subway, but then again, I don't have a subway in my city, so...
We do not have a subway here either, because...
There's only one subway in the entire country, so... And it has just a line in the shape of a cross, so... There's nothing to brag about.
Most of Indy is very low, lots and lots of reservoirs and rivers and stuff like that. I cannot see a subway doing well. Every storm...
It was built on a bubble of water, so that would not be a healthy thing to build any tunnels here. And they're building tunnels to connect two train stations underneath the city. I'm like waiting for a general flooding or like a major cataclysm that opens a hole in the middle of the town.
So here I will tell you a Chicago story. Chicago River runs through the middle of Chicago, appropriately named. But a lot of Chicago has underground stuff. Most of the buildings have passageways, so you can get around the city underground without ever having to go up, or very rarely having to go up, which is really convenient. Most of the big shopping centers have connections through that underground section, if not outright shops there. But some group was working on part of the underground section near the river and accidentally punched a hole through and into the river, and of course the river starts to drain into the underground. We're talking a river draining in under the city. It took them days to figure out how to patch it, and millions of dollars of stuff was ruined.
I can imagine.
Yep, that didn't go well for that company. They're like, oh, we can fix that, no problem. No, they can't.
Well, my city is built upon like at least 17 little streams or minor rivers that were, for the sake of the factories, they were channeled underground
Mm-hmm.
deliberately, so they were like put into like a sewage channel.
Yeah.
It wasn't sewage, but it looked like a sewage channel because
Yeah.
they were just literally channeled through infrastructure that reminded of sewers, and there's like 17 of them underneath the city. So I'm just wondering, whoever in the right mind thought about, oh, let's make a tunnel. That's gonna be fun. So it's like, they built one of the major train stations that exists here for over 100 years here. Was renovated like 10 years back, maybe.
Okay.
And they, instead of putting it on the surface like it was before, they decided to dig it in. It hasn't been even open yet when they already had to accommodate the fact that the walls have been kind of sinking in because of all the water. So I'm like, yeah, let's see what happens. What goes with the next 20 years. It's gonna be fun. I don't know. Modern engineers know nothing about building. Like, what the hell?
So Sav says, anyone pulls their pants down in front of me is getting tased where the sun don't shine. Yep.
Wish I could tase, but I don't even have a taser. I can bite them though.
No, thank you. Zez says, I haven't eaten at a Subway in a long time since their food is not as healthy as they say it is. Yeah. Yeah, don't eat at Subway.
Oh no, Subway has declined even here. It used to be a good meal, like, let's say 15 years ago, but nah, not anymore.
Well, the
Corporate
Subway that
greed
was
has sunken into their quality years ago.
the Subway by my school used to be really good, and the woman, and was a single woman who ran it. She was there from open to close. She was the only person. And so it was a little slow to get through the line, but she was nice and she knew everybody's order. And I think she finally retired because the Subway closed. And nothing's replaced it.
Hi, Killy.
Bye, Kelly. Sav says I
End up
carry a
being in the
taser,
rear
2
end.
knives, and a ad break in 3 minutes. Hang on a second here. Of course, I lose my mouse. at that
Carry
one.
ad break with your bear
And
spray and
Bear
taser
spray in
and
my
knife?
purse. That's a thing. Sav, you're not the person I want to meet in a dark alley. Of course, I'm not the person you want to meet in a dark alley either. I got off the train in Joliet. Joliet's not the best place in the world, and the train station is not the best place in the world either, and they had a temporary closure of the parking lot, so you had to walk about a half a mile to get to the parking lot. And I had to hike from the train station at 10 or 11 at night to my car. But this is right after I got out of my martial arts class, so it's one of those. I'm not invulnerable, but my attitude is up there at that moment.
Oopsie.
So I'm walking down the dark alley to go under the bridge, all bad places to be, to get to the parking lot. And a guy sees me from the far side and starts walking to me, and I see him. Get my backpack off and into one arm. It's got a laptop in it, so it weighs maybe 20 pounds at this point. Get the keys in the other hand, so I've got 2 weapons at hand. Make sure my jacket's in a good position so I can fight. And he stops, turns around, and walks back out. It was a good moment. I don't know if he thought I was going to attack him, or if he realized this was not the best idea in the world, but he just left.
Yeah. And either way, he chose no violence that
Yeah,
day.
no, good call on his part. Let's see. Hang on here. Lexer says the taser and spray aren't exactly legal in Canada. Yeah, well, if you get caught with them,
You can't
no.
have a taser on you?
Tasers are legal someplace. Cities are no longer safe because our liberal judges let criminals off on bail. Yep, yes they do. And Sav says, my safety is not up for debate. Police are useless. Police aren't there to be safe for you. They're to take care of things after they happen to you. That's not when you need it. So if you want to be safe, you kind of have to make sure you're safe. And then deal with the consequences later. Because there will be consequences. Sad but true. Are tasers legal here in Indy? Yes, you can carry a taser in Indiana, but you must have a handgun permit to carry it in public. Interesting.
So bizarre.
Let's see. Same for electric stun weapons like that. You do not need a permit if you're on your own property, or if you have permission to carry it on someone else's property.
Thank goodness you can have it on your own property. What's the point? Jeez.
Oh, no. Think about it. I mean, I'm a little old gray-haired granny. I've got a taser in my nightstand. You know, getting attacked. Admittedly, I've got a pit bull, which is the #1 form of defense. She's very nice to me and to my son and to his roommate. If she does not know you, you are not her friend.
Would not be very nice.
And it would not be a good thing. It took her a while to get used to Id. I mean, she loves my cousin because he's been here and she loves Id, but that's about it. Everybody else she does not like.
Yeah.
And I could maybe get her to be more friendly, but at this point, you know, maybe it's not a bad thing.
I mean, you've got a defense at least. Oh, hi, Taz.
Mountain Druid has joined us. Hi, Mountain Druid, who says it's an electric handgun. It's an electric handgun would appear to be the thinking. Yeah, exactly. I think that's where it's going with it. Hohel points out on your property. Fun fact, your car is your property. Okay, that's a good point. Let's see. Bear spray, it depends on the chemical in it. Most pepper sprays, mace, and the like are chemical weapons. They nudge under firearms when it comes to legal trouble, but you can get the right chemical that's legal. Yeah, there's some sprays here you can't use. You can't use like mace. That's a no-no, I think, in Indiana. It is in a lot of states. Hairspray is not. Citric acid is not illegal. These are, you can legally carry them and spray them on people. Ezzy is raiding with a party of 8. Wow, Ezzy, thank you for joining us. And the Ezzy Shadettes. How's everybody doing? Well, so I was at the Star Trek convention in Chicago last year, and they were selling Kubotans. No, it was in Vegas. It wasn't in Chicago. And they were selling Kubotans for women's self-defense, you know, long, pointy, sharp sticks. I said, those aren't legal here, are they? Oh, they're legal everywhere. No, they're not. Saab has a potato cannon. True, but launching a potato cannon takes a little priming. Perfume is sprayable, and it will all smell lovely, unless you get it in their eyes. Then it's good. Well, since we have people joining us, and we're out of an ad here, should we do one more before we log off for the day?
Ranur Beach Assault?
No, we're not doing Dranur Beach Assault. We'll do that tonight, though. I promise. If you guys want to do Dranur Beach Assault, I need to run it tonight, but I'm not going to run it right now because we like Chris. No, Lexers, tonight. Not today. Hype. Thank you for the hype, Cliff. I'm not sure what the hype is, but I've heard a lot about it. Hypa. I know what that is, but that's a different story. Or a different song. Chris, you have anything you'd like to do just for fun?
I don't know. Guillotine might be fun.
Sure. Let's do
Might be
guillotine.
A bit longer. Taz, we should be able to do it.
Yeah, Taz is here. This will take 5 minutes. I had it queued up earlier, and it didn't launch, but let's see what it does now. We are queued for guillotine. Let's see if it goes. Potato can is handy for scaring off stupid college kids being loud and unsafe. Yes, this is true.
Who's the cute little fluffer lying down?
Near one of the local colleges, there is a fraternity, a frat house, whatever you want to call them, that's up for sale right now. So I guess they had some issues with the neighbors. It looks in beautiful shape. I mean, if you wanted to start up like a nice dorm-type situation, it's beautiful. Bedrooms, shared communal bathrooms, weeboo.
Weeboo?
We were.
And it's in an industrial park. So I'm thinking you have to have worked hard to get people ticked off in an industrial park. Okay, Sav wants this. What is this?
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Hagrid is
but
doing bird watching.
you can't put that in your purse easily, Sav. That does look lovely.
Oh my god. No, you have to take a backpack at least.
Oh,
Oh, you okay? Oh, you saw that.
That's so it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute, isn't it? It's just a teeny little thing, you know, you happen to carry around yourself, you know.
That sucker can take a
fantastic.
hit from an IED. Hopefully, yes, that would be a good thing. Maybe ticked off the college and have to spend. Hey, that's a good point, Mountain Druid. That could well be the case. But the building itself is gorgeous. 482,000. Buy two of them, Sav. Weirdly enough, the building would be a good investment. I don't have the money for it, but that would be a good investment. Though the housing market is finally getting better here. Oh goodness, Windows security.
Ew. Ew. Kill it with fire.
I just ignore it.
How's the Vovan doing for you?
It's fine. I need to switch it back out to something else. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not going to bother upgrading it, but it's fine.
Do you have the set from the old one?
From the old obelisk?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is my old account, so I've got everything on it. Unless
never
Sav
got
made me
the
clean
old
it up and get
obelisk.
rid of it. I can't remember what Sav
You-
made me do.
You get 4 hangar bays with that ship. Just saying.
Oh yeah, it's just I've got so many other ships that I like better. I've got a different ship that's my primary one for this, but I was going through leveling them. And this was fine. It does its job fine. I don't need to do anything else with it. I got through leveling all the ships on one of my tunes on this account, but that's it. I have gone through and gotten rid of, I think, 6 different tunes that I don't play anymore.
But no such thing?
Sav, I think Mr. Dave
Working.
paid me to clean out my inventory on one of my tunes, so it's clean. I'll fill it up with junk really fast, I promise.
Do you promise?
I promise. I mean, that's why they keep giving you stuff, right? So you don't, let all that empty space go to waste.
Oh no, they hate us having an empty space in
Yeah,
our
exactly.
inventories. And dry
Exactly.
docks. And active ships that we fill with stuff because we don't have more room for stuff.
I have 2 tunes that are so grossly overloaded, and it's just been, too much on the plate to do this month.
This
Two
is
more-
almost 13-year-old tune.
Yeah.
And this is my only tune. So you can imagine how cluttered it is.
Yeah. I can definitely imagine.
I need to reevaluate what I can reclaim later, or like if I need it, and just
Well,
start
that's
removing
it.
junk.
Going through things and going, hold on, I just need to reclaim that to get this, so I don't need to keep that there, and I'm not playing with it anyway.
Yeah.
It's been like real life lately.
Can we reclaim? We can reclaim ships that were from events, can we?
Yes,
So, like
absolutely. It's
and
under
if I
events.
didn't want the Eisenberg, can I just get
Yeah, absolutely.
it back?
Absolutely, yeah. It's under the events reclaim. Here, events, reclaim rewards. They're all there. Anything you're eligible for is there.
Except it's a good item repository. It's terrible.
All that
Just
stuff's there. You
terrible.
can just leave it there. My shipyard on my main is almost at capacity and all ships full of stuff. Yeah, there is that. Been putting weapons on ships until I realize I don't really need to. Who's going where?
Going to number 1.
Okay, I'll go to number 2. Oh, Taz is going to number 2. There's no reason in doing that. Taz can take care of it. Am I cloaked? How did I get cloaked? I don't own a cloak.
Maybe someone's got an intel ability.
Ah, explain it. Nice, we've got only 3 running. Yay! We're playing this smart today. now we got 4 going. And 5 going. Oh, well. Well, there's 5 of us. I suppose we can do this.
I can definitely handle my side.
Well, we'll see if I can handle mine. This isn't like the other day where I was in a hideously under-equipped ship.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you have this like medium ship on this one, you can if other people happen to have medium ships, that might just not cut it. It might just take a little bit longer than it should.
Well, in a pinch, I'll yell at Taz. Taz, help me, help me. But somebody's flying around here doing stuff, so we're good. We are good. Yeah, Joshua used to let everybody go start one, and then he'd just fly around the center and pew-pew things. Whatever makes you happy, folks. By the way, I saw you, Zimmer. It's nice to see you again. Hope you are doing well, and thank you for the cheers.
Number 1 complete. Moving to 6 to cover it.
Okay. 3's doing good. 2's complete. Yeah. 5 hasn't started yet. Maybe you want to kick off 5?
Yeah, there's an assimilator trying to escape nearby.
Oh, okay.
Intercept.
And 3's up and running. Okay. I'll take care
Hi,
of this assimilator.
You were very weak.
I swear some days they're weak. Some days they're just like crazy.
Stimulators? Nah, I usually run into them and they're very weak against my ships anyway.
1 down. Let's go get that one. That one's down. There's one over there. There's one between 1 and 2. I'm heading over there.
Oh, that's a Styx? Oh no, that's a... What ship is that?
The Iron Reaper? That looks like an...
Acheron.
Yeah, I was going to say it looks like the Acheron from here.
Well, they're interchangeable. If you have both models, you can swap their visuals, so you have to double check. Their visual is interchangeable.
Ah! What? It escaped! I was shooting it and it escaped! How dare it! How
Well,
dare
they've done
it!
stuff for you.
But I was shooting at it! It has to stop and let me pew-pew it.
Just have number 5 to complete.
Yep.
It's halfway there.
There we go. Whole bunch of things come up here to attack it, and they just die. The Wrath of Dark Mom. Thank you. I have to write that down, Cliff.
Just move over to you.
There's another assimilator over there, but we got this one.
Oh, damn it. Gosh darn it. The cutscene. Said it's not skippable.
It's not
Could be.
skippable. That's okay. It gives me a chance to make notes. What is DT up to these days? I have not talked to DT a lot. He has been available like on... I think he's been off on Monday evenings. But last I heard they were still working on the deck at the house, which looks really nice, by the way. It has changed so much since the first time I was there. He has spent a ton of time making that place look good and clean and just a great place to live. And he and Mrs. DT deserve all kinds of nice happiness, so yay!
Now I have to send you Mr. D and me.
Okay. But I did talk to DT. If we're going to do a Star Trek Online booth in Vegas, he's offered to pitch in for at least one day of it. which would be nice. That way maybe I could spend one day with the doggers. Yes, happy wife, happy life. Happy spouse, happy house. It does go both ways. But speaking of happy house, happy spouse, it's actually happy dogs. And they need to go doors, and I need to take them doors, so we're going to get out of here. Thanks, everyone who joined us this morning. Really appreciate it. Ezzy, thank you so much for the raid. Love you guys being here. Chris, you are forewarned. We're going to do Dranur Beach Assault this evening on the show, so if you guys want to jump in.
This evening.
Yeah,
So,
I know. You don't usually
yeah.
jump in at night, so that's why we're pushing it off for the night. We will see everybody in about 10 hours. We're going to do 5 till 8 again. And if you liked the show last night and you want us to do other Star Trek, not Star Trek Online things, let's find a few and we can try them every now and then. Don't know if it'll be a thing unless we find something we really like. But we'll give it a shot.
It's good at the Resurgence.
Yep, that's next. Resurgence is next. I've already talked to Pi about that because he and I were watching it together, so we will do that. And I think we do have a movie night coming up this week, but I have to talk to Drunken Heretic to find out what we're going to be doing. So, everyone, have a wonderful day and stay moopsome.
Who are you?
We are the knights who say...
Moopsy.